Merci d'être là. On est désolé de faire une rentrée littéraire, c'est une soirée rentrée littéraire. Alors c'est pas très Saint-Germain-des-Prés, c'est dans un rad d'étudiants à Bière qui me rappelle ma jeunesse.
Désolations. It's a book that I started 14 years ago, right when I finished Sukwon Island. I started this book. And I wrote just 48 pages, and I was completely stuck. I had no idea where to go with the rest of the story. I didn't know who was the main character. I was completely lost. I wrote it every day, 7 days a week for 2 hours in the morning for 5.5 months. And so it was just this dream. Not such a dream for my wife because we did nothing fun for 5.5 months. All I did was write. I guess we should stop.
Yeah.
But then 2 years ago, in January of 2009, at the end of January, I was on Ski Lake in Alaska, where the book is set. It's a sunny day, very cold, and middle of winter, and I was all alone, no people there. And I was walking across the frozen lake, and I could see the scene that comes late in the book where Irene imagines what it's like to walk out across the ice in winter and walk into the forest. And I could finally see that scene, and I knew that it was her story, that I'd have to focus on her, and that it would be told through the landscape, through the place, and I could see that first bit.
Je veux aussi parler du début de l'histoire et du rôle de la cabane qui est important dans ce livre.
And it was interesting to me how the cabin ended up functioning. It wasn't a symbol or an idea I had ahead of time and planting the cabin will mean this. Instead, it came about as Gary's dream, which had been deferred for 30 years. So his source of bitterness in the marriage. And he thinks that this cabin will be the outward shape of a man, that it'll show who he is, that he'll find himself by building the cabin. One other thing is that this book has more humor than Sukwon Island, which isn't hard to do, to have more humor than Sukwon Island. The chapters with Gary and Irene, it's only about every other chapter. So in between that, we have stories with their kids. We have Jim and Monique, and I found some of the ways that Monique manipulates Jim very funny. I enjoyed those scenes. And there's also you get a tour of Alaska. You go to work in a cannery, go out on a fishing boat, and those were, it was nice to have something that was a bit lighter in some ways in alternating chapters.
Bon, maintenant je m'arrête, c'est promis. Si vous avez des questions, n'hésitez pas.
And thank you to all of you.
Si vous voulez boire un verre, profitez-en. Je crois que c'est open bar ce soir. Je sais que c'est open bar.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah? What do you want to drink now? It's over for you. You have to work more. I have to make a speech.
Party, yeah. Good luck.
Ah bon.